Open all, close all.
这里贪污腐败、绑架勒索、毒品、赌博等绝技。
Here, corruption, malfeasance, kidnapping, extortion, drug use, and gambling have been eradicated. Deform Buddha.
Número 10, 2022.
Edited by Chanyuan. On the beautiful and diverse blue planet Earth, there is a place that can be called a paradise on Earth. Children here will not get lost, let alone be abducted. The elderly does not have pensions, yet they can enjoy their later years in peace. Young people do not worry about buying houses because there are homes available, and they are never afraid of unemployment as there will always be jobs. Middle-aged individuals do not need to consider buying cars because there are people to provide transportation. Children can go to school without their parents spending a dime, ensuring comprehensive and healthy development of their morality, intelligence, physique, spirit, and mind. Women are respected everywhere and completely freed from the burden of household chores. Even if penniless, they will receive meticulous medical treatment if they fall ill. Gambling has been eradicated here. No one engages in gambling as there is no market for it. Drug use has been eradicated here. No one takes drugs and external drug dealers have no way to bring drugs here for sale. No one steals here because there is nowhere to hide or place stolen goods. Kidnapping and extortion simply do not occur because there are no targets to be kidnapped. What would one extort? Not even a drop of oil. The ugly phenomenon of rape cannot happen here. It is unnecessary and, more importantly, people are too afraid of the severe consequences. Official corruption, bribery, and malfeasance have been eradicated because there are no officials, and no one will offer bribes. There is no soil for corruption to take root. This place is the second home, a new mode of human production and life that has been built and successfully operated for 13 years by Xiefeng, the guide of Lifechanyuan, along with a little over 2,000 Chanyuan celestials.
若无对天堂的向往人，还活个什么劲？
If there is no yearning for heaven, what is the point of living for humans? Xiefeng. February 19, 2023. Edited by Chanyuan. The yearning and longing for a better life is the dividing line between noble and base personalities. The nobility of a person does not come from possessing vast material wealth, social status, or being admired by the secular world. It comes from the inner yearning, longing, and spiritual motivation for a better future. If a person lacks the yearning and longing for a better future and his mind is filled with money, status, power, and fame, then he is not fundamentally different from a fat pig in a pigsty. Animals are animals because they only see immediate interests. Humans are humans because they have the yearning, longing, and pursuit of a better future. Where is the most beautiful life in the future? Of course, it is in heaven. If there is no yearning for heaven, what kind of life can humans live? Exaggerating a bit, they can live like maggots crawling on a pile of rotting flesh. Some people say that heaven does not exist. If this perception is correct, then tomorrow also does not exist. If people believe that things they cannot see do not exist, then tomorrow cannot be seen, so how can it exist? Since the unseen tomorrow exists, then the unseen heaven also exists. Some people can foresee the coming of tomorrow through the history of the earth and the changes in the sun, moon, and stars. People have no doubt about this. So, why doubt the existence of heaven when some people can see it through the categories and survival states of life, and the principle that the sum of positive and negative energy in the universe always equals zero? There are only two types of people in this world: those who yearn for heaven and those who struggle for food, clothing, shelter, transportation, and the cycle of birth, aging, sickness, and death. Those who yearn for heaven live with clarity, purity, tranquility, openness, naturalness, simplicity, ease, and contentment. Those who are ignorant of heaven or have no yearning for it live with tension, constraint, impatience, anxiety, depression, worry, occasional exaltation, occasional despair, worries about gains and losses, and fear. If there is no yearning for the heavenly life, how can humans live? Just look at the brutal survival scenes in the animal world. Humans can only live like animals. Why doesn't human society resemble the animal world entirely? That is because there are still people who yearn for the heavenly life. Once those who yearn for heaven cease to exist, the living conditions of human society will be worse than those of the animal world. If a group of people can live together in harmony, it is undoubtedly because most of them yearn for a heavenly life. If a group of people cannot live together in harmony, it is undoubtedly because they have no yearning for the heavenly life. What keeps the flame of human civilization alive is not politicians, scientists, artists, entrepreneurs, and so on, but those who are filled with longing and yearning for the heavenly life and who persistently strive and work for it.
美元比特币 FB 谁更强大更有未来？
USD, Bitcoin, or F coin? Which is more powerful and has a better future? Yearning. March 30th, 2023. USD refers to the currency used in various countries around the world, such as the euro, British pound, Japanese yen, Chinese yuan, and so on. Bitcoin refers to all encrypted virtual currencies, such as Ethereum, Polkadot, Ripple, Litecoin, and so on. F coins refer to a currency that cannot circulate in the market, but can guarantee a person's survival needs, which is a currency that exists between reality and virtuality. Currencies used by various countries, such as USD, depend on credit. Once that credit weakens or collapses, such currencies will become worthless in an instant. For example, in 1993, 150,000 Zimbabwean dollars could buy a villa in the capital city of Harare, but by 2009, 150,000 Zimbabwean dollars could only buy a roll of toilet paper. Encrypted virtual currencies, such as Bitcoin, depend on people's recognition. If people no longer recognize it, it is like a bubble on the water, just like the tulip bubble in 17th century Holland. Once the bubble bursts, it will collapse in an instant, causing millions of people to lose everything. When people recognize it, it is more precious than gold. When people don't recognize it, it is worth less than dirt. F-coin is a heavenly currency. It is not printed by a printing press but created by each person's words and deeds. You are the printing press of F-coin. Once you have it, financial institutions cannot cheat you, and you don't have to worry about its devaluation. Thieves cannot steal or rob it. Even if it exists in your phone, no trick can take it away, and others cannot use it. Therefore, it cannot be used for loans. Once a person has a certain amount of F-coin, they can go to a paradise on earth, the kingdom of the greatest creator, to live. Everything you need in terms of material goods is provided for you there, including food, clothing, housing, transportation, and even the necessities of life which cover birth, aging, illness, and death. Which currency do you think is more powerful and has a better future, USD, Bitcoin, or F-coin? Do you want to know how to get F-coins? Please refer to Acquiring and Consumption of F-coins.
FB 的获取和减号算法
The acquisition and consumption algorithm of the F-coin. Yearning. March 30th, 2023. Edited by Peter. If you have acquired 5,000 F-coins, you can enter the paradise on earth, the kingdom of the greatest creator, where basic living conditions are provided for you. Retirement is not a problem. Being a bridegroom every day and a bride every night is not a problem, and you no longer have to worry about food, clothing, shelter, aging, illness, and death. You don't have to worry about unemployment, loneliness, let alone theft or fraud. This place is so beautiful that you'll exclaim, "It's awesome." So, how do you get F coins? If you distribute the chat plane's webpage to 10 people, you will get 1 F coin. If you distribute it to 100 people, you will get 10 F coins, and so on. If you distribute the 800 values for New Era Human Being 3rd edition to 10 people, you will get 1 F coin. If you distribute it to 100 people, you will get 10 F coins, and so on. If you make a contribution to Lifechanyuan International Family Society by donating $5, you will get 1 F coin. If you donate $100, you will get 20 F coins, and so on. If you volunteer for the Paradise on Earth, the Kingdom of the Greatest Creator, you will get 2 F coins for a day's work and 20 F coins for 10 days' work. If you help outstanding people in various fields such as scientists, musicians, professors, doctors, thinkers, entrepreneurs, writers, famous craftsmen, singers, and dancers out of their difficulties in life, you will get 100 F coins for each person you help. If you save someone from the brink of death, no matter for what reason, you will get 100 F coins. If you participate in rescue work in the event of a natural disaster, you will get 2 F coins per day. If you volunteer for no pay no matter where you are, you will get 1 F coin per day. As long as you provide conclusive evidence, a certificate will be issued to you. With this certificate, when your F coins accumulate to 5,000, you can enter and take pleasure in the Paradise on Earth, the Kingdom of the Greatest Creator. The following are the details of how F coins are consumed. Killing a wild animal, including a wild bird, will consume 1 F coin. Injuring a person will consume 100 F coins. Fighting with someone once will consume 2 F coins. Quarreling with someone once will consume 0.5 F coin. Insulting and framing someone once will consume 5 F coins. If a student reports a teacher, a disciple reports a master, or a child reports a parent, the student, disciple, or child will consume 10 F coins. Stealing someone else's property will consume 2 F coins per time. Raping someone will consume 100 F coins per time. For the above consumption, as long as someone provides evidence, the corresponding amount will be deducted from their heavenly treasure F coins. Once the total number of F coins of a member living in the Paradise on Earth, the Kingdom of the Greatest Creator, below 5,000 due to consumption, they will be immediately expelled from the Kingdom of the Greatest Creator. When they accumulate enough F coins outside the Kingdom of the Greatest Creator, they can return to the Kingdom of the Greatest Creator again. As of March 2031, the above rules for acquiring and consuming F coins will not become outdated, but more detailed rules will be introduced in the future. Let's calculate the value of 1 crown of Chanyuan celestial name. Yearning.
Set.
28, 2011. Translation edited by Chanyuan. This is a matter of values. Some people consider money worthless, while others see it as essential for life. Some view friendship as spiritual wealth, while others see it as a tool for personal gain. Some see labor as a source of happiness, while others see it merely as a means of survival. There are also those who underestimate or belittle the value of labor. The number words for celestial titles are not expressed using 1 or a few, but rather 1 crown of celestial, or a few crowns of celestials. Therefore, the meaning of 1 crown of celestial in the title is 1 Chanyuan celestial name. Now, let's calculate the value of the name of a Lifechanyuan member. First, what is the purpose of a person's lifelong efforts? According to the famous American psychologist Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, human beings strive to fulfill various needs throughout their lives. These needs include physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization. Physiological needs are the most basic human needs, such as food, clothing, shelter, transportation, and sexual life. Safety needs include job and personal safety, life stability, protection from diseases and disasters, and having a secure future. Social needs mainly refer to the desire for care and support from family, groups, friends, and colleagues. Esteem needs involve the desire for self-respect, a sense of accomplishment, and acknowledgement from others. This includes aspiring for wealth, status, power, and a favorable reputation, aiming to earn respect and recognition while avoiding being disregarded or underestimated by society. Self-actualization needs are the highest level of human needs. They involve the desire to complete work that corresponds to one's capabilities, to fully unleash one's potential in the workplace, to become the expected person, to ultimately strive for perfection, to experience the highest state of beauty in life, and to elevate oneself into a celestial being. Now let's consider how many people have truly fulfilled their physiological, safety, social, esteem, and self-actualization needs. Most people struggle to fulfill even their basic physiological needs, let alone their higher-level needs. Only individuals like presidents, billionaires, and Nobel Prize winners can be said to have achieved these 5 needs from a worldly perspective. How much effort does it take to become a president, a billionaire, or a Nobel Prize winner? Or in other words, what is the value of being a president, a billionaire, or a Nobel Prize laureate? Alternatively, how much money does it take to purchase the titles of president, billionaire, or Nobel Prize laureate? Would it be unreasonable to assume that it takes $100 million to acquire the titles of president, billionaire, or Nobel Prize laureate? Now, let's look at Lifechanyuan members living in the Lifechanyuan second home. Each member has their physiological needs fully satisfied. They have no issues with food, clothing, shelter, transportation, and sexual life. They have job security, occupational safety, life stability, and low exposure to diseases and disasters. They have a secure and stable future. As for social and esteem needs, Lifechanyuan members live in a community of hardworking, honest, sincere, and trustworthy people. They spend their days in a harmonious and loving atmosphere, sharing meals, living spaces, and working together. They respect and care for each other, never hurting or quarreling with one another. No one will keep lost articles found on the roadside, doors will not need to be locked at night, and everyone can enjoy life without concerns about personal conflicts. Therefore, Lifechanyuan members have their social and esteem needs fulfilled. Have the Chanyuan celestials in the community satisfied their highest self-actualization needs? Absolutely. Within the community, Chanyuan celestials fully unfold their true selves, living freely and independently. There is no one to manage or supervise them. They experience the utmost beauty and essence of life day and night. Moreover, they have the prospect of reaching the 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world, and the Elysium celestial island continents, where they continually encounter the peak experiences of life. They live in a beautiful and serene natural environment, surrounded by a humanistic environment that values truth, goodness, beauty, love, trust, and sincerity. Life here is beautiful, leisurely, and joyful, and individuals are realizing their true selves. It reminds me of the profound words of the famous philosopher Nietzsche. Become who you are. The Chanyuan celestials living in the second home have not only discovered themselves, but have also become individuals with complete, independent consciousness and integrated personality. It can be said that Lifechanyuan members in the kingdom of the greatest creator, which is a truly communist society, the Lifechanyuan second home, have achieved more satisfaction in the 5 major human needs than presidents, billionaires, and Nobel Prize winners. So, let's calculate. How much is the name of 1 crown of Lifechanyuan celestial worth?
人生的成功和失败。
Contrasting views on life success. Yearning. June 20, 2013. Translation edited by Chanyuan. The erroneous life views passed down over thousands of years need to be corrected. Traditionally, it is believed that a successful life means earning a fortune, achieving high official positions, gaining fame, bringing honor to one's ancestors, and being admired by others. In Lifechanyuan, a successful life means living healthily, peacefully, smoothly, and satisfactorily throughout one's life, always being happy, joyful, free, and blessed. In the past, we believed that in order to lead a happy, joyful, free, and blessed life, certain prerequisites were necessary. The primary condition was to possess wealth, assets, and a substantial material foundation. Simultaneously, one needed to stand out among others, making people around them admire, envy, and look up to them. How could one achieve all of this? Confucianism taught that in books, one can find houses of gold, and in books, one can find faces as fair as jade. To become an extraordinary individual, one had to study diligently and exhaustively. Only through excellence in education can one gain recognition and official positions. Only with fame and authority can one amass wealth, allowing them to accumulate great fortunes. In the Qing dynasty, a virtuous magistrate for 3 years, amassing 100,000 silver taels. Even if one chose the path of an honest official, they could still acquire a substantial sum. However, if someone was even slightly greedy, their earnings over 3 years would surpass 100,000 silvers. At that point, they could have whatever they desired, whether they craved respect, beauty, or even supernatural favors. Nevertheless, does this represent a successful life? Even if it did, how many people could truly enjoy such a life of luxury? Thousands of troops and horses pass a single log bridge, but how many can make it across? Some fall off, get injured, or even drown in the river. Even if they all have managed to cross, they have grown old, their legs weaken, and by the time they reach middle or old age, their happy childhood has been drowned out by books, their beautiful youth gnawed away by books, and their blissful youthful years spent competing in the world of books. Is this what we call a successful life? I consider it the tragedy of life, a failure. After striving and toiling for most of their lives, what do they have to show for it? Not to mention middle age, even in old age, they haven't achieved the wealth, power, fame, gains, or carnal pleasures they idealized. What else can we call this but a failure in life? Therefore, the traditional concepts of success and failure in life are erroneous and must be corrected. Otherwise, the tragedy of life will continue. So, what is the path to a successful life? Childhood should be filled with joy. Youth should be filled with play, fun, and passions. Young adulthood should be filled with dreams and ideals. Middle age should be filled with diligent work. Old age should be filled with leisure and self-care. Reaching the end of life with no regrets, no hates, and no unfulfilled desires, being content and smiling even in the tomb, is an ideal and successful life because it aligns with the way of the greatest creator. Is it possible to achieve this? The answer is, undoubtedly. Where is this path? Answer: it can be found in the second home created by Lifechanyuan.
生命禅院的返老还童长生不老观
Lifechanyuan's view on rejuvenation and longevity. Yearning. July 21, 2013. Translation edited by Chanyuan. Rejuvenation and longevity, a desire and pursuit that humanity has cherished for thousands of years, from emperors to common people. Qin Shi Huang dispatched Su Fu with 3,000 men and women to the Penglai Fairy Island in search of the elixir of immortality. It is said that Li Shimen, the Tang Dynasty emperor, died after consuming elixirs like Elixir of Immortality and 5 Stones Powder. Peng Zhu, a legendary figure, lived for over 800 years and had 50 marriages. In the Bible, Adam lived for over 900 years. Lifechanyuan, a Chinese herbalist in the late Qing dynasty and early Republic of China, lived for 256 years. He had 24 wives and continued teaching at a university even when he was 200 years old. Both the New York Times and Time magazine reported on his longevity. Ordinary people hope for a long life, while practitioners aspire to have forever white hair and youthful appearances, with an air of immortality and profound wisdom. Everything has a natural lifespan, and scientific research indicates that human cells undergo approximately 50 divisions from conception, with each division taking around 2.4 years. As a result, the natural lifespan of a human is estimated to be 120 years. Scientists at the University of California, Berkeley, have identified a longevity gene that can reverse cell degeneration related to aging by extending the cell division cycle. If the cell division cycle could be extended to 5 years, people might live to be 250 years old, while a 10-year cycle could lead to a lifespan of 500 years, and a 20-year cycle could result in living to 1,000 years, and if the cell division cycle extends indefinitely, it could potentially lead to immortality. Scientists have discovered a key area in the brain, the hypothalamus, which controls the aging process. By altering the signals sent to the hypothalamus, it is possible to slow down the aging process, allowing people to remain youthful. They have also found that when the pituitary gland shrinks, the human body rapidly ages. Restoring an aging pituitary gland to a youthful state could stimulate the body's neurological, endocrine, and metabolic systems to function normally, thereby delaying the aging of the body's joints and organs and achieving the ideal of rejuvenation, longevity, and immortality. To this end, the International Longevity Association and the United Nations Institute for Ecological Security have devoted themselves to researching anti-aging substances. After 43 years of research involving 107 experts, they have successfully extracted the miraculous anti-aging substance, the HD element, which rapidly restores the pituitary gland to its youthful state. In ancient legends, there was a woman who, due to her husband's prolonged absence, could not bear the loneliness and engaged in an affair with an elderly servant in her household. However, the elderly servant, being old and frail, struggled to satisfy the woman. In response, she gave the elderly servant a family secret formula called the elixir of the aged servant. After consuming it, the elderly servant underwent a transformation and became young again, eventually fathering 2 children with the woman. However, when the truth came to light, she killed the elderly servant, only to discover that his bone marrow was plump and his bones were strong. Long ago, there is a legend about a young woman who, carrying a wooden stick, was seen chasing an elderly man with snow-white hair along the road. Bystanders were outraged and tried to intervene, only to discover that the young woman claimed she was chasing her own son. It turned out that this young woman was actually over 100 years old. She had been consuming a type of pill made from a family secret recipe, which preserved her youthful appearance. Despite being well over a century old, she remained as agile as a swallow and retained her graceful figure. Her son, on the other hand, repeatedly refused to heed her advice and declined to take the pills she had prepared. As a result, by the time he was in his 70s, he had turned completely gray and aged significantly. This made the elderly woman quite angry, and she often chased after her son, pressuring him to take the pills. These pills were later known as Immortal Lesson Pills. They were later renamed the Immortal Mother's Aging Discipline Pills, and after being further refined by the renowned physician Hua Tuo, they were given the names Longevity and Vigor Pills and Longevity and Vigor Kidney Nourishing Pills when they were adopted by the Imperial Court's medical establishment. British and Russian scientists believe that aging is a disease, and like myocardial infarction and cancer, it is curable. They suggest that humans could live up to 1,000 years. Research has shown that telomeres, which control the number of times cells divide, are a key factor. Telomeres are repeated DNA sequences at the ends of chromosomes. With each cell division, telomeres lose approximately 30 to 200 base pairs. Typically, a human's telomeres have around 10,000 base pairs. When telomeres can no longer shorten, the cell can no longer divide. If telomeres could be prevented from shrinking, cells would continue to divide and replicate, just like cancer cells, and people could potentially live indefinitely. Lifechanyuan values hold that humans are created by the greatest creator, and human lifespans are predetermined. The pursuit of physical immortality goes against the will of the greatest creator, because the most just aspect of life on earth is the inevitability of physical death. It's only in the face of death that all individuals are equal. If people were able to achieve immortality, many injustices in the world would persist indefinitely. Emperors, generals, talented individuals, beauties, high-ranking officials, distinguished people, and ordinary people will all eventually die, and only then could new and continuously evolving phenomena emerge. It is through this cycle that people find hope in life. Life is finite, and seeking the infinite in life is as futile as looking for fish on a tree. Our sole endeavor should not be the pursuit of physical immortality, but rather to live our limited lives well, vibrantly, wholly, flavorfully, and without regrets. Not pursuing physical immortality doesn't mean we should not pursue the eternality of life. Human life consists of both physical and spiritual aspects, with the body serving as the vessel for the spirit. The body is mortal, but the spirit is eternal. Therefore, Lifechanyuan celestials do not seek physical immortality. Instead, we seek the eternality of the spirit. We don't invest time, energy, and resources in the physical body, but instead cherish the precious time of our finite lives to nourish the spirit. Because our body cannot reach heaven, only our spirit can reach heaven. Pursuing the eternality of the spirit doesn't mean we don't value the physical body. The body, as the vessel of life, requires maintenance, much like a vehicle or a ship. Therefore, we prioritize the health of the body, we value well-being, and our ideal is for every individual to live 120 years free from illness, free from disasters, and free from pain. After living to 120 years, we utilize the Chanyuan meditation method to discard the vessel of life, the physical body, and joyfully move to the other shore, heading towards the 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world, or the Elysium Islands continent. In this world, I will strive to ensure that Chanyuan celestials achieve the goal: to enjoy love until the age of 100 and live to the age of 120. So, how can we achieve the goal of enjoying love until 100 and living to 120, and then leave the vessel and go to a higher level of life? Please read the next article, The Transcendence of Time